Okay, now Rushikesh, Sadashiv, Fardin Ali. So, in yesterday class, we have discussed regarding the slip gauge. What is the slip gauge? Is the material used for the slip gauge, function of the slip gauge, and the different ranges of the sets of M47, M87, and M112 slip gauge sets. Now, in today's class, we will discuss with some problems regarding the slip gauge, how to solve the problem. So I'll share some whiteboard over here. Can you see the board? Okay. Now this is what the length is there. Okay, it is often. Can you see the screen? Whiteboard is there. Hmm. See, just consider this is a length of an 10 mm. Okay, this length you have to check by the slip gauge, by slip gauge. Okay, so the slip gauge set is of 1 1 2. Okay, so this is a set is been given to you all to check the 10 mm length. Okay, now by the M12 mm length you are going to check an 10 mm length. So this is a set of an slip gauge is been given to you. So how you are going to check this length? You have to arrange the slip gauge or build up the slip gauge up to 10 mm. Now, in the yesterday class also I have shown you how the slip gauge have been arranged. So this is what the slip gauge you have to keep it perpendicular so that this is what the slip gauge block is there. You have to keep it in a perpendicular direction. Okay, ringing phenomena. Okay, then rough it for a few times, then rotate it in a right angle direction. So you can like this way, so you can build an slip gauge over here. Okay, so there, sorry, there should be no gap. See, this is the one and second, these are the two slip gauge. Like this way you have to build up the slip gauge for measuring the length of an 10 mm. Okay, by taking the slip gauge from the side of M112 or M87 or uh, 47. So these are some sets in which the slip gauge of the different appropriate ranges are been given. Okay, now this is just one simple example I am showing you all how to build up the 10 mm. Just take a first slip gauge, place it on the same level. Okay, This is the first slip gauge you have placed. Okay, consider this one as an 1.00, 1.00, that means 1 mm, then 1 again, once again, therefore 10 minus 1, how much? 9. Still 9 mm is remaining, then one again, once again you have to place one more, that is an 5 mm minus 5 is equal to, now 4 mm is remaining, then place another slip gauge of 4 mm. Sorry, you can consider this one as an 4 and this one as an 5. So total 1, 2 and 3. 3 slip gauge you have placed over here. Now how you are going to do the calculation regarding this one? Okay, first one is an 10, then minus 1 you will get 9, then 9 minus 4 you will get 5, then the 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is how the slip gauge arrangement is there for the measurements of the length. Okay, now we'll go for the problem. In that problem you can see, can you see on the screen what you are seeing? Problem on the slip gauge. Okay, build-up dimension is 58.975 mm. Using the following slip gauge set is M1 112. Okay, that is a M112. That is a set you are going to use, and these are the number of the pieces are there. Okay, the number of slip gauge are there and the number of ranges are there. Okay, according to that ranges, the slip gauge are been located in that particular set. Now you can see in this, see this is a range of 1.0001 to 1.001. So the difference is of 001, so 9 pieces are there. So see, you can see 01 to 009, so the difference is 0.001. Like this way the 9 pieces are there. Over here the difference is one more decimal is been reduced, 0.01 to 49, so the pieces are 49. Okay, so over here the, now you can see over here the 0.05 to 250 zero point 0.5 is there. Okay, so the point 0.55, the difference is there. Like this way 49 pieces are there. Now here 25, 50, 75, 100, that is a 25 difference is there. Okay, thickness is increasing over there. 25 plus 5 50, 50 plus 5 25 is 75, 75 plus 25 is an 100. Like this way the 4 pieces, the total 112 pieces are been given over here. Okay, so this is a set. By using this set you have to chase the length of, so this is how the set is there. In this set you can see in this box total 112 pieces are there. Okay, and this is what how you are going to joint the slip gauges. Okay, now we'll go with the problem over here. Now you can see over here the first, the height, whatever the, what is the height we required, 58.975. So over here you can see 58.975. Okay, we are taking the first slip. Okay, that is 1.005 of the first range. Then once you minus okay, so this is total height. Okay, if you put this slip over here, so the height is been reduced from this edge to this edge. That is nothing but you have to minus the total height, that is 57.970. okay, is been the height is remaining. Then you have to take the second slip over here, that is 1.07. now see, the decimal is from the 3 decimal you have gone for the 2 decimal. Over here you will get the required length is, I will show in the diagram. See, this is the first slip of 1.005. now you have used the second slip, that is 1.007. this is a second slip. Okay, now how much the length is remaining? 1.9. so the 1.9, in this range we are not having the slip in the M112 set. So we are going to change the second slip once again over here. So how we are going to change the second slip? By taking 1.47. once you take the 1.47, now you minus from the 57.97 over here. If you minus 57.97, so it will give 56.5. once you get the 56.5, then you take the third slip of 6.5. once you minus the 6.65, so you will get the 50. now directly you take the 50 slip. by the 50 slip you can make the length 00. that is the total length you can achieve it. like this way the slip gauge have been built up and the slip gauge problems have been solved. now I will mark over here and show you the 58.975. this is the total length. the first slip you have taken of 1.005, then the second slip you have taken of 1.47 mm. okay, then the third slip you have taken off 6.5. okay, then the fifth slip, that is the last, is 50. okay, like this way, 1 2 1 sorry 1 2 3 and 4 slips. you are using a total 4 slips from the set of 112, for getting an appropriate height of an 58.97 97.5 mm of the length. this is how the problem regarding the slip gauge has to be drawn. now you can see over here there are the total 3 slips are been used. now you can see over here, say 50, 6.5 and 50. this is the first slip, this is the second slip, this is a third, and this one is a fourth one slip. so within the 4 slips you can get the total length of 58.975. so this is how you are going to build up the slips for getting in, and this is what the fourth slip is there. see, this is how you are going to build up the slip heights for getting an appropriate heights by the appropriate uh, slip gauge set. okay, so which are the different slip gauge sets are there? M87, M47 and M118. according to this set the range has been given. according to that range you have to select the particular slips and starts to join the slip each other and start to reduce, or you start to gain the particular height of that given problem. Okay, like this way you are going to achieve the different types of heights or clear the gap by using the appropriates of the particular slip gauges. Okay, so this is how the slip gauge, the simple problem is that we have seen over here, so that we can identify the total appropriate rate. Now you can see in this screen, so see over here there is a height for the comparator is there. For this comparator you have to adjust the height by this proper manner. You can adjust the height. The total height of this one is an 10 mm. Okay, just consider from this face to this total ball face. Okay, by adjusting the slip gauges one above the other, so you can adjust the total height of this comparator. Okay, this is how the slip gauge is been used for identifying the different types of length over here. Okay, now we'll go with the some another problem. We'll see, just check out your another problem over here. Now take the problem number 2. Over here you can see, so this is what the problem. Just can you see the notes on your screen? Okay, so let us take the problem number 2. List the slips to be rung together, that means what, joined together to produce an overall dimension of 92.357, that is 92.357 mm. Okay, by using the two protective slips of 2.500 mm size, shows the slip gauge of the combination. So over here you are going to use an M112 set. Okay, so original dimension we can see over here, they have given the original dimension the 92.354. The two protector slip is 2.5 mm per each, that you are going to two protective slip gauge they have given. So over here the total length from 2.5 is equal to 5 mm. Okay, first of all the 5 mm the protector slip they have given, that you have to minus from the initial length. So the length you get 87.375. Okay, now you have to take the third slip of 1 mm, that is minus, you have to minus from this original length, or you have to join the third slip. Now over here I will show you the by the diagram how it will be there. Just see, it is 92.357. Okay, so over here you have taken the two slip, one is 2.5, then another one is 2.5. so the total length 5 is been minused from this 92.35. Okay, now you are placing in third slip of an 1.007, 1.007. Okay, so this is a third slip, so the total length you have achieved, that is 86.350. now the first and the second decimal place, Okay, now so see, you have to go on minusing the decimal places. Okay, so whatever the decimal places are there, now you can see this is a 350, this there are the three decimal places. You have to go on start minusing on the decimal place. So the third decimal place is in 0, leave it. Then the 35 is there, that 35 you have to minus it. Okay, then you have to place the fourth slip, that is 1.35. Then the 85.00 is remaining. Then the next is the fifth slip, that is a minus 10, you are reducing, that is a 75 you are getting. Then at the finally you are having the whole 75 slip is there. Okay, once you minus this 75, the total length you get achieved. Like this way you have to build up over here. 1.35, then the 10 one comes, then afterwards from the 10 at the last the 75. From the M1112 sets you will get. Okay, this total slip gauge sets 1 2 3 4 5 6. The total 6 slips are being used for getting the achievement. Now you can see over here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. The total 6 slips are being used, 3 4 5 and 6. The total 6 slips are been achieved for getting the total length. Now you, if you combine all these three, if you add all these 6 slips, then you will get the appropriate dimension, that is 92.357. So this is what the total length is been achieved. Like this way how the slip gauge calculation has to be done. Just you have to go on adding the slip gauge and you have to reduce the length. Okay, so what are the things you have to do? You have to go on add the slip. Okay, as well as after adding the whatever the required length is there, you have to minus the total length. Over here the important thing is that you have to take into the consideration while selecting the slip from the set, that the first you have to starts to reduce the decimal point. Now see 87.357 is there. Now the three decimals are there at the last end. You have to start from this three decimal. You okay, so the slip is over here is taken 1.007, the three decimal slip is been given. So this 7 is been 0 over here, only the two decimal is been remain. Like this way you have to reduce the decimal. Okay, once you start to reduce the decimal, then you can get the appropriate rate, and thus the slips which gauges which are required, slip gauges which are required, the number of that will also be reduced. So see, you have to first of all you have to take the consideration that you should not use the maximum slips. Okay, within the minimum slips only you have to achieve the total length, because if you are using 10-15 slips, okay, so what will happen, it is due to it will be very difficult to hold over there as per practice. When you go for the practical point of view, it is very difficult to hold over there. Okay, अगर आप प्रैक्टिकल्स के हिसाब से अगर जाएंगे, अगर आपने 10-12 स्लिप यूज किया, सो वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट रहता है होल्ड करने के लिए, इसीलिए कम से कम स्लिप में टोटल लेंथ अचीव हो जाए, इसका आपने ध्यान रखना चाहिए. Okay, that you have to keep in your mind. Within minimum slips you can achieve the length. These things you have to keep in your mind. Okay, then second thing is that go the whatever the decimals are there, as per that decimals you start to reduce your सेक्शन. अगर 87.235 है, 3 डेसिमल आते हैं पॉइंट के बाद, सो एक एक डेसिमल को माइनस करते जाओ लेंथ में. once you go on the minusing the length, so the finally the 2 decimal or 3 decimals beyond the points are there. Okay, you can subtract it easily by adding the slips. Okay, so like this way you have to build up your slips. Okay, and achieve the set. Okay, Now you can see over here in the third problem, what they have given 30.86 by using M112 set, use the two protector slip, that is the 2.5. The two protector slip means what? एक आगे और एक पीछे. Now you can see over here 2.5 आगे, 2.5 at the back side. So these are the two protective slips are there. At the middle you have to find out which slips are to be used. So the two protector slips, when they comes, so that time you have to make that slips 2.5 at the front and the 2.5 at the back. Okay, then at the middle whatever the slips are required, that you have to calculate. Okay, now the two protector slips they have given the 2.5 2.5 दिया है उन्होंने. तो अभी 2.5 2.5 आगे का 2.5 पीछे का 2.5 मतलब 5 mm का टोटल लेंथ माइनस कर दीजिए इसमें. सो बचा कितना 30.4875. So see over here there are the four decimals are given. Okay, the four decimals are given. So फोर डेसिमल दिया तो फोर डेसिमल को डेसिमल का स्लिप लीजिए, उसमें से 1.005 का स्लिप लीजिए. सो उसको इसमें से माइनस कर दीजिए. सो कीप इन योर माइंड गाइज दैट एम 12 M112 is the set which is having the maximum 4 decimal slip gauge. Okay, उसमें 4 decimal के slip gauge रहते हैं. 87 में 3 और 47 में 2 decimal के decimal point from the after the point decimals are there. Okay, उसमें से 47 में 2 decimal के सेट्स आते हैं. सॉरी 47 में 2 decimal के सेट्स आते हैं. 87 में 3 डेसिमल के सेट्स आते हैं और M11 में 4 डेसिमल के सेट्स आते हैं. दैट थिंग्स इफ यू कीप इन योर कंसिडरेशन व्हाइल सिलेक्टिंग द रेंज्ड ऑफ एन स्लिप गेज. ओके, तो अभी यहाँ पे अभी 4 का माइनस हुआ है. माइनस होने के बाद 1.005 तो बचा कितना 29.487. अभी थर्ड डेसिमल 3 डेसिमल बचे हैं इसमें. 3 डेसिमल लास्ट का जीरो हुआ. डोंट टेक द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ दिस जीरो. ओके, अभी 487 उतना ही बचा है. अभी 487 का 3 डेसिमल बचे. 3 डेसिमल के एक स्लिप गेज लीजिए, उसमें से 1.007 लीजिए सेट में से, उसको जीरो कर दीजिए. अभी बचे 2 डेसिमल 48. ओके, बाकी के लास्ट के 2 जीरो है, लीव इट. ओके, सो 48 को अभी माइनस कर दीजिए. अभी 2 डेसिमल का लीजिए सेकेंड एंड द फर्स्ट डेसिमल प्लेस, टेक आउट 1.48.00 का एक स्लिप गेज लीजिए, उसको माइनस कीजिए. सो माइनस करने के बाद उसको अभी 27 बचता है इसमें. 27 को 2 से माइनस कीजिए. सो 25 इज द लास्ट वन. सो तो 25 का एक सेट लीजिए, स्लिप गेज लीजिए, उसको माइनस कर दीजिए. 25 उसमें दिखाया नहीं, लेकिन M11 में 25 का डायरेक्ट एक स्लिप गेज आता है. उसको माइनस किया तो टोटल 25.25 किया, उसको टोटल 00 हो जाता है. ओके, सो लाइक दिस वे आप जो स्लिप गेज लेते हैं उसको माइनस करते करते जाके तो टोटल लेंथ बना दीजिए उसका. सो दिस इज हाउ द slip gauge problem is been identified. Now you can see over here set the M45 और M112 का सेट दिखे. इसमें 3 डेसिमल आते हैं और इसमें मैक्सिमम 4 डेसिमल तक का सेट रहता है. ओके, सो व्हेन इट कम्स फॉर द 4 डेसिमल नंबर्स, ओके, इस तरह से 35, इस तरह से अगर आया 35.4875, 1 2 3 4 4 डेसिमल का सेट है. सो गो फॉर M112 set of an slip gauge. Okay, so then find out the M112 slip gauge ranges and select the slip gauges from that ranges and try to sort out the problem or try to achieve that problem. So this is how the guys the slip gauges problems are there. So the simple problems are there. I will share the notes in your WhatsApp group. So go through these notes and just go on practicing this problem. Then only you can understand how to sort out the problem. These are the simple problems in the examination. They may ask for the 4 to 5 marks, okay, in the examination external point of view. So you have to go thoroughly through this problem. So okay, so see, they may give the ranges, okay, slip gauge range in the examination, okay. So according to that range you have to follow the problem. So see, all the problems are simple, okay. According to this problem, only you have to find out. So the using M12 sets the slip gauge, build the following dimensions. So over here 49.3115 is given, 68.208 and 52.4196. Like this way the three dimensions are given. So 1, 2 and 3 dimension you have to sort out, okay, and you have to remove it, okay, by using this slip gauge. Like this way, these are the simple problems on the slip gauge. You have to solve it, okay. 4 to 5 marks compulsory problems may ask in the external examinations, and please go through these notes and follow the just practice the problems, okay. One The more practice make you the perfect, and you can understand more easily. If anybody having any doubts regarding the problem, they can ask me now only. If you are having any problem regarding the problems, slip gauge, anybody having the problems, those who have not understand the total concept of the slip gauge, anybody, please reply. If you are not replying, so I can't understand, okay. So I hope you have understand how the slip gauge problems are been identified. Now we'll go, I will show some of the syllabus point of view. Okay, can you see the syllabus on your screen? Okay. Now we have completed this introduction part of the metrology. In this objectives of metrology, material standards, wavelength standards, okay, calibration of end bars and the numerical problems regarding the end bars also, okay. Now the line measurements and the angular measurements in this, the slip gauges, okay, Indian standard slip gauges, adjustable slip gauges, these are the same, all are the same, okay. And ringing of the slip gauges and problem of building up a slip gauge in M87 and M112, okay. Just now we have discussed all these problems on the slip gauge. Now in the next class we'll go with the measurements of an angular sine bar. Sine bar is there, angular gauge is there, an optical instrument of an angular measurement, autocalorimeter, application for measuring the straight lines and the squareness. So these are some of the measuring instruments that we have to going to discuss within two class. I will complete the module number 1, okay. Only the two class is sufficient for completing the module number 1. So in the next week I will share the assignment for the MCW and triple M on the first modules, okay, for both the first module. Now the MCW is quietly lengthy, first module is quietly lengthy, it will take 3 to 4 hours, but in triple M within the two class we will complete the first module, okay. Then anybody having the doubts, so we'll clear the doubts, okay. Otherwise we'll proceed for the module number 2, okay. So today I will wind up the class over here, okay. Just I will share the notes after completing this instrumentation, all the measuring instrumentation applications, okay, of the model number 1. Once I share the notes, just to go through this one notes, okay, then I will share the assignment for the model number 1 and the model number of triple M and model number 1 of the MCW, okay. I hope you have understand this class. If you have not understand any concept, you can personally call me or you can personally WhatsApp me, sir, this topic I have not understand, please explain me once again. Surely I will try to explain that particular topic, but without understanding the concept, don't sit idly, or don't tell for your sake that I have understand everything. Okay, just clear the concept. Once you clear the concept, so it is very easy